Hi, today you are going to be writing equations of lines. So this is a little bit of a review from Algebra 1. So the first one is slope-intercept form. These are your forms of lines. Y equals mx plus b. That's the form that your equation should always end in. M is going to be your slope, and b is your y-intercept. So if I draw a line and it's crossing the y-axis, that's your b. So that would be the point 0, b. And then your slope is your rise over run, which we've talked about. Then point slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And m is still the slope. x1, y1 is your given point, and then you'll always just end with an x and a y in your equation. So that's your point slope form. So you'll use that form if you're given the slope or can find the slope and you're given a point. And you can pause this video at any time, go back, rewind, whatever you miss, there's a way for you to find it. All right, so the first one is write an equation of the line that passes through the points -2, 5, and 1, 2. So the first thing we're going to need is the slope. We're going to put this one into point slope form because we are given a point and we can find the slope. So again, point slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So we find the slope. Remember, the slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So my y2 is 2, my y1 is 5. So 2 minus 5 over, I have to start with this one now, 1 minus -2. Minus a negative becomes a positive, so I have a -3 on top and a +3 on the bottom, which gives me a -1 for my slope. Now I have to write the equation of the line. So I'm going to plug in one of the points. It doesn't matter which point you choose to plug in. I'm just going to choose to do -2, 5, this one. It doesn't matter which point you choose. So y minus 5 equals, now I'm plugging in my slope. So m is -1 times x minus -2. Minus a negative, remember, becomes a positive. So we are going to distribute the -1. So you get a -x minus 2, and y minus 5 is still over here. Then we're going to add the 5 to get y by itself. So I have y equals -x plus 3. And that's the equation of my line. Remember, I always want it to end in slope-intercept form, and that is slope-intercept. So again, to review, we were given 2 points. So we find the slope first and then plug them into point slope form. One of the points, doesn't matter which one you pick. Okay, the next one we're going to write an equation of the line with the given slope and y-intercept. So since they give us the slope and they give us the y-intercept, then I want to put it in the slope-intercept form just directly. So this is the easiest one we can be given because we're given all of the information. So we just plug in the -5 for the slope, and we plug in the 10 for b. So y equals -5 x plus 10. That's the equation of my line. The next one, we have to write an equation of the line that passes through the point -4, 2 and has a slope of -3. So now they've given us our slope, so we don't have to find that first, and we are given a point. So we're going to put it into point slope form. There's your point slope form again. So I'm going to do y minus 2 equals the slope, -3 times x minus -4. Minus a negative is a positive. Now we distribute the -3. -3 times 4, make sure you do that, and you'll get a -12. And y minus 2. Then we're going to add the 2. Now remember, if I'm going too fast, you can always pause it, rewind, watch it again. Okay, questions about that? You can ask Miss Upton when she comes back. Write an equation of a line that passes through the point -10, 8 with a slope m of 1/2. So again, this is the same thing. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. We're given a point and we're given the slope. So y minus 8 equals positive 1/2 times x minus -10. So that becomes a positive 10. Distribute my 1/2. So I get 1/2 x plus 10 times 1/2 is 5. Y minus 8. Add the 8. So y equals 1/2 x plus 13. And that is all for your notes today. So give your homework a try.